Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn at Cheese and Yogurt Making. And as we continue our journey of meeting with cheesemakers from around England, today I'm delighted to be chatting with Millie from the Dairy Door in Shropshire. Good morning, Millie. Hi. How are you? How's Shropshire today? Wet?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
No, it's blue skies actually. It's not too bad,
lovely.
guys.
Now, good. Yes, it's not too bad here either. I'm excited to talk about you because you're a bit of a Shropshire star that I read on the Academy of Cheese. Wonderful article about you. Really, really interesting. A
Thank
young
you.
shining star. So, uh, how did you get into cheese making? How did it all begin?
So I went to Harper Adams for my undergraduate degree. And when I started, I thought I was going to be a meat buyer. So we have beef and sheep at home. So my original plan was to be able to go into a market and buy lambs at the market for like Mr. Morrison or a
Yeah.
big supermarket like that. Then during the university, we have very long holidays. So I was like, I need to find a job. So there was a Mr. Moyden's handmade cheese in Shropshire. He
Mhm.
got a cheese assistant job. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll go for that. I found we'd done a little bit of lectures on cheese making, thought it was quite interesting, but thought, yeah, okay, I'll go and see if I can get a job with Martin. I did get a job with Martin, and that's sort of where it started. And I learnt an awful lot from him. I just really enjoyed it. And then sort of this is where the cheese sort of starts to roll on.
Yeah.
So I worked with Martin for about 6 months over like two lots of holidays, summer holidays and Easter holidays. And then oh sorry, cat.
That's fine.
Oh
Wants to say hello.
yeah,
Wonderful.
she
Love it.
wants to say. um so I worked with Martin, and then I went back for my second year of uni and we have to do a placement. So I applied for a placement doing new product development. Well, they're now called Saputo, but it was Dairy Crest, working
Mhm.
with Cathedral City Cheese and
Lovely.
working in new product development. So that was really interesting, and seeing, how you can develop a new product out of a block of cheddar, which might seem like, oh, how would you do that? So we
Yeah.
did worked on one course, was literally looking at the big slice. So it was looking at making basically cutting a slice that would perfectly fit on your piece of bread and be the perfect thickness.
Okay.
Um, so but it didn't really last very long, but it was great to be involved in that new product
Mm.
development, and just found it really interesting, learned an awful lot. Then I went back for my final year at Harper. I have to do a dissertation, so like an honours research project, and I looked at cheese and emotion and how cheese makes you feel. Because obviously a lot of people eat chocolate when they're feeling low, um, and things like that. So I wanted to look at cheese because obviously there's quite a big growing trend of people enjoying cheese, and I
Mm.
basically found that cheese makes you happy, was which I think most people agree with. But the yeah, so it is really interesting. There was a lady there, she tried Belton Red Fox. Don't know if you've tried that. That's a really nice cheese. She tried that and she said it took her back to sitting at her granny's table when they used to have like a Sunday afternoon. So it's really interesting how food and cheese can take you back to a certain memory and evoke nostalgia and things. It was really interesting. So this is sort of where the passion was growing. And then when it got to finishing, I went to work for a local cheese biscuit company, and then obviously the wonderful COVID hit. We've always
Yeah.
wanted to do a business at home on the farm. So we've had holiday lets before in the past. Mum used to make Christmas puddings, and we did that occasionally at when not Christmas fair. So we've always wanted to have a business at home on the farm and diversify. And as COVID hit, I was really interested in cheese. So during that time, some friend of ours had some Jersey cows, and we just go and have like 10 litres of milk and start making it on the hob basically at home.
Okay.
Just all the way through lockdown, pretty much every weekend, make cheese. and try lots of different types. So I tried cheddars, brie, halloumi, Gouda, fresh cheese, any kind of cheese, just have a go.
Yeah.
And just found it really interesting and really enjoyed it. And then so as time went on, we sort of realized, yeah, I am really interested in cheese and I would really like to start and have my own cheese business. So in August 2021, we bought a shipping container and converted it into a cheese room, and waited for approval, and then started making cheese officially and able to sell in January 2022. So we started that, but in the meantime as well, I'd started a PhD at Harper looking at low fat, low salt cheese, which I'm just going into my final year now. And so doing that as well. And during that PhD project, I was looking at dairy cattle breeds and how it impacts cheese making as part of one of the mini projects I had to do. So one or two of the people that we used milk off, the one in particular was the Ayrshire, and it was really nice milk. To be honest, didn't find too much of a difference between the cattle breeds, but the Ayrshire, you had a good relationship with the farmer, and the milk was just really good and really nice and produced a really nice cheese. So we then approached them if they'd be interested to supply us with some milk. So we basically, most of our milk is from this farm, and its majority are Ayrshires, so that's a bit of a USP, is Ayrshire milk. And so yeah, we started doing a brie style.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I started a brie style, which seems really daft, was during COVID, obviously when we started to meet up in like groups of 6 and things, I'd occasionally bring my cheese and be like, oh, this is what I've made, what you think? And then my one friend said, oh, can you make a brie? And I was like, oh, I don't know, I think it's quite difficult to make a brie, but I'll give it a go. And it was actually the best cheese that I'd made. So that is one of our first cheeses. So this is our St Barty's. So it's our St Barty's brie. So we make that now. It's sort of our best seller, and it's named after St Bartholomew's Church, which is just like literally a stone's throw from us. At Bentle, near like Broseley, so Bentle Hall. So my grandparents used to be church wardens. My mum and dad got married in the church, and I got christened in the church. So it's quite a sort of family tie. So we call it St Barty's. Yeah, so that's our breed. And then we've also got a halloumi style. So it's halloumi style because it's made with cow's milk, not ewes or goats, and we call that Harley. So that's named after another little village not far from where we live in Muchwanlock. And Harley is a thankful village where all the men that went to war came back. And also we have some ground there, so our sheep live there most of the year. So it's just got a local connection. So those are our 2 cheeses that we've got at the moment. And I'm currently working on producing a hard cheese. So just get trials on that really, and to try and produce a hard cheese. And that's what the Cheese Academy have gave me a grant, and they gave me a grant, and they're going to help me hopefully develop their hard cheese with some knowledge and stuff with that. So that's the that's the plan for the business. And we also make fudge, and mum still does her Christmas puddings as well, because while we were waiting for full EHO approval of the cheese. So that's where we are now. I've got lots of ideas. I'd love to be able to I've got loads of ideas. I'd love to make loads and loads of different types of cheeses, but still doing a PhD at the moment, so I have to go a bit steady.
Oh, go steady. There's plenty of time. You've got a lot. You're doing an awful lot at the moment, and you've achieved such a lot. It's a remarkable story. Absolutely wonderful. How did you come across the Academy of Cheese? Did they find you, or is it sort of you joined their list of subscribers or something? Or what's the connection?
So I remember it starting out, I think when I was working with Martin Moyden. He was mentioning about it, and then I did it during lockdown.
Yeah.
I did the one during lockdown, and then I'd met Tracy at the Academy of Cheese before COVID at the Farm Shop Deli show when I was just about to start work after I'd finished uni with the other company. So I sort of knew of them, and then I'd seen them at the International Cheese Awards,
Okay.
because we'd entered some cheese, and luckily, in 2022 we were awarded a silver for our brie style, which is quite nice. Which is really nice.
Oh, you forgot to mention that little thing.
So
Fantastic.
I met them through that, and then I was then on their subscriber list because I'd done level 1.
Okay.
And then I saw that they got this grant opportunity, so really excited to go and learn more with them, and
Yeah.
doing 2 and level
Oh,
hopefully level 3 in that. So no, really looking forward to working with them and learning a bit more, because there's just so much to learn. I just
yeah.
find it so interesting.
Oh,
Anyone who start cheese probably, oh gosh, she goes on a bit.
not at all. Absolutely not. That you're absolutely amazing, everything you've achieved so far. And as you say, you've got all these ideas. That's what's so exciting. And we want to be with you and follow you and, find out what's coming next. Because you obviously still got another whole year of studying. And then from there, you'll have more free time. You're very busy. So going back to the cheese and the website, the dairy door, the fudge is on the website as well, and obviously information about the cheese. So how do people buy it? Is it local stockists that will sell the cheese, or?
Yes, so
Yes.
we've got local stockists. So we've got the local butchers in Much Wenlock that are the Pig and Pie. They're really they've been with us from the start.
Oh,
They're really good because we send our lambs and cattle go there as well. So we've got a really
okay, of course.
a good relationship with them. So they have our cheese in there. We've also got another couple of other farm shops that have been with us from the start. So there's Turner's Top Shop in Bridge North, and we've got Shropshire's Own at Longdon, and then we've got a couple of restaurants and wine bars. So Glue Glue in Shrewsbury, and the Hormond, which is just outside Shrewsbury. And there's a couple of other little farm shops as well in Shropshire that we've got. There's a deli in Broseley, and also we've got Corve Barn Farm Shop. So it's but my plan is to grow a little bit more and start getting in more places. But yes, so and we've also stock Wegnall's Farm Shop down in just over the border in Prestine as well. So
Wow. That's a
so
lot. That's a lot. There's a lot of stockists and a lot of places that are already stocking the cheeses that you do without, any more cheeses that you might have up your sleeve that you're working on. So absolutely amazing. Obviously, people can buy the cheese there. They can read all about you on your website and obviously on the Academy of Cheese, which is a lovely piece all about you. And on Instagram, you've got followers. Instagram, I don't know,
yes.
Facebook, or is it just Instagram?
No, Instagram and Facebook, and we're also at Clibbury Farmers Market every 3rd Saturday, and Hagley Farmers Market every, I think it's every last Saturday of the month. So sometimes it's the 4th, sometimes it's the 5th, depending on how many Saturdays there are in the month.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. It's been such a pleasure to meet you and chat with you this morning.
Thank you.
And you've got a lot going on. So I think you're one to follow for sure. And it's been lovely taking time out of your very busy day and finding out and speaking to you face to face. So thank you very much, Millie. Thank you.
Thank you for asking me. It's nice to meet you. And
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.